Next project, as you said, you are ready for Gaga, and we are jumping into her brand new album, Mayhem, which, before we get into the album itself, I do want to point out something that happened, which was really mysterious, and I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed it, but I listened to my music on YouTube Music, the app, the digital service provider. I was going to work on Monday morning, and I was plugging in my phone in my car, and I was about to put music, and I saw Mayhem show up. Like, the album was fully available on YouTube Music, and I could have listened to it if I wanted to at that point. And then I really got excited because I was like, oh my god, if the album dropped ahead of time, it fits with the concept Mayhem, or even if it's like a problem, like if it's a surprise or just temporarily there, it feels like mayhem, like chaos. And I think it was taken down like an hour and a half later, which really, really sucked, because it would have been pretty cool to have an edge over everybody to react the album ahead of time. So I was kind of disappointed when I saw that it was taken down, because it probably wasn't supposed to be released. But anyway, that little anecdote happened. Otherwise, album, excited. I heard that many of the tracks are reminiscent of the past. And the album, I've only heard 2 songs so far, the 2 singles that came out, right? So we have Disease and we have Abracadabra. Other than that, I haven't heard anything else, not even from the teasers. So we have, let me see how many tracks that we have on that album. We have a total of 14 tracks for a runtime of 53 minutes on the album, which is a fair length. Disease and Abracadabra are the first 2 tracks of the album, so then we're just going to jump into new content. And yeah, you are correct, 14 tracks. Oh, I also, sorry, I forgot, Die With A Smile is at the end of the album, so I've heard that one too, obviously. So then, yeah, just a total of 11 brand new tracks. You use YouTube Music as well, but I wasn't able to see the album for pre-save. Interesting. I'm really telling you, like, the album Mayhem literally showed up and I clicked on it. All the tracks were available and I didn't touch it because I didn't want to spoil myself in terms of the music, but I think that it was accidentally made available by YouTube. Anyway, that was corrected soon after. It was too late for me to do anything about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, enough chatting. Let's dive into Mayhem, the album, the brand new album by Lady Gaga, who's, by the way, it's her birthday month. Her birthday's at the end of the month on the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, so, or 29th, one of both. All right, Disease, let's go.
To cry, I heard you begging for life, running out of medicine. You're worse than you've ever been. Screaming for me, baby, like you're gonna die. Poison on the inside, I could be an antidote tonight. Screaming for me, baby.
All her vocal effects, and the raspiness is sick. Yeah. I'll talk more about the production after, obviously. See, this is the vocal effects I was talking about, those little snippets.
Poison on the inside, I could be your die. I can be the doctor, I can cure your disease. If you were a sinner, I could make you believe. Lay you down like 1, 2, 3, eyes roll back in ecstasy. I can smell your sickness, I can cure your disease. Bring me your desire, I can cure your disease. If you were a sinner, I could.
It's a haunting of it that's really interesting to me.
Down like 1, 2, 3, eyes roll back in ecstasy. I know all your secrets, I can cure your disease.
All right, so at the risk of repeating myself, if you want to see my initial reaction to it, that's also on my YouTube channel. But I saw a video where she was talking about the synth and how they were like the bass line was created, and it's a kind of a combination of 2 different bass lines. And I thought, like from a production standpoint, it's really, really interesting. I love the chaos and the madness of it. I like the sound of almost like uncertainty and darkness. And I think that was a brilliant track to kick off the album. There's a lot of like references to I don't want to say death, but like the existence, like the disease, Garden of Eden, which obviously refers to like the I don't know, like the whole concept of living and almost like magic. I guess we'll discover a lot of like the themes over the songs, but yeah, just it's I love the energy that we got into, and I'm curious to see how we're going to progress to end with Die With a Smile. Like if sonically we're going to take a certain path that leads us into that sound. Oh, great point. Like Rebirth, I like that. Yeah, definitely. Probably her best single. Hold on, let me say that again. Probably her best lead single, I think. That's a great question. I haven't put much thought into it. I would say, that's a great question. I mean, Born This Way is really, really strong as a lead single for the album that it was. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll get back to that. But also, is it the best song to have been a single? That's what I'm curious to find out. So, speaking of singles, let's dive into the next track, Abracadabra, which once again I've already reacted to, and that's available on my YouTube channel. Huh. Now that I know the order of it, there's something I want to mention after.
Keep your mind on the distance when the devil turns around. Hold me in your heart tonight in the magic of the dark moonlight. Save me from this empty fight. In the game of life, like a poem said by a lady in red, you hear the last few words of your
only see her TikTok that she did in like the hall of a hotel or something.
Choose the road on the west side as the dust flies. Watch it burn. Don't waste time on a feeling. Use your passion. No return. Hold me in your heart tonight in the magic of the dark moonlight. Save me from this empty fight. In the game of life, like a poem said by a lady in red, you hear the last few words of your life.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Trance, it's time to cast your spell on the night. Abracadabra, amor, una, na. Abracadabra, orta, Gaga. Abracadabra, abra, una, na. In her tongue she said, "Death or love tonight." Abracadabra, amor, una, na. Abracadabra, orta, Gaga. Abracadabra, abra, una, na. In her tongue she said, "Death or love tonight."
Nice. Okay, there's many thoughts that I had. Most of it has to do with the track listing and the fact that Disease comes before Abracadabra as the opening of the album because of two things specifically. A, sonically, it's really interesting. We have some very similar synths at the beginning when she's Abracadabra, like that part that we just had at that opens up and that comes after the chorus. These synths are similar to the ones that we find in Disease, which creates kind of like this transition into the more melodic parts of Abracadabra. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that there was a comment, I think, when I reacted to Abracadabra, that was really interesting, and somebody mentioned that it was almost Abracadabra is almost like the medicine to the disease that we find, which now that I'm hearing both tracks and reading the lyrics back to back, it makes a lot of sense. It really feels like a natural progression, and you had like the pain and the disease that's inflicting or afflicting her romantic interest, and in this song she's like, hey, I promised that I would be the cure, now here is the cure. And she's kind of like doing this magic to heal that person. So yeah, so far that's really interesting. And I wonder like if she feels like she did that for her current love interest, or if she's putting herself in the shoes of her love interest and what he did to her. It could be either or that inspired the song, really. Just don't have the context to provide a certain direction. That being said, once again, if you want to see the full thing, available on my channel. But now we are heading into brand new material that I was curious to hear. So let's jump into Garden of Eden. Ooh.
Go get your friends and meet me on the floor.
Whoa.
Candy, I can get you more. You start to slurring and I start to squeal. I'm falling over in my 9-inch heels. Come on. Come on and hit me. Come on.
Whoa.
DJ, come on. Come on and hit me. Come on. I could be your girlfriend for the weekend.
god, this is like traditional Gaga. Whoa! Oh, 100% the Fame in 2025. That's what it is. Oh my, what track am I thinking of? There's a song that I'm thinking of directly from the Fame that I... The Adrenaline, okay.
I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for the night.
Ooh.
Excuse to make a bad decision. Body's getting close under the lights. I've been feeling this familiar feeling like I've known you my whole life. Take you to the garden of Eden, poison apple, take a bite.
It's especially that part, the guitar part of it. Wow. Vocals, obviously, not surprising.
I could be your girlfriend for the weekend. You could be my boyfriend for the night. My excuse to make a bad decision. Body's getting close under the lights. I've been feeling this familiar feeling like I've known you my whole life. Take you to the garden of Eden, poison apple, take a
Yeah, that part. Hold on. I'm gonna find out what track exactly I'm thinking of. Woo! And we get an outro. Woo! Interesting. You know what? When I think of it, it's interesting. Well, I just said interesting. I would be saying the same word twice in a very short amount of time. But essentially, what I meant to say is that I feel like A Disease in Abracadabra was her envisioning the relationship ahead of interacting with the person. And Garden of Eden is that moment of initial interaction of like, hey, now we're actually getting close. Now something's going on. But she was having this like, you know, like people who obsess over someone they haven't met yet, right? They make this whole like life. It was this twisted, creepy kind of like take on what she imagined for them too before she actually started interacting. And Garden of Eden is like, hey, now we are actually talking. Why don't you take a bite of this? And well, that could be taken literally or figuratively, but yeah, okay, all right. I like it. It's really reminiscing, and that's what I'm trying to find out. I think it's either you said Starstruck or Money Honey, but it could also potentially be Beautiful Dirty Rich. Let me play that part. Wait. A little more. Yeah, we have a guitar. Okay, a little bit. Let me say Money Honey. Okay. Yeah, more like the chords of it, I think. Definitely. But Beautiful, Dirty, Rich had the guitar side of it. What else? Or maybe Brown? No. No. I mean... No. Maybe Starstruck, let's see. Not quite. Although there's a lot of similarity in the sounds between all the tracks, for sure. Maybe Teeth? No. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a blend of all those sounds, but extremely reminiscent of her first project. It feels like familiar territory, which is funny because she says that literally in her lyrics. I've been feeling this familiar feeling, and I'm living the same situation, but with the track and the musical production of it. Yes, and also her voice has the same effect as Starstruck, I'm sure. Probably. I mean, she did work on the production of the track itself. She didn't just write the song. She literally worked on the sound of it. So, yeah. All right, cool. That was interesting. That was such kind of a throwback. It's a weird nostalgic feeling, but at the same time it's new, but it sounds so familiar that you're like, whoa, what is going on? All right, so that was Garden of Eden, which now brings us into Perfect Celebrity. I like the industrial side we're getting from the music. Oh, get ready, okay. First thought, it reminds me of 911 from Chromatica a little bit. What? No, I did not expect that. You know what this reminds me of? The opening of Charmed. If you ever watch a show, that opening track for the opening credits, literally, the soundtrack, the theme song. Whoa, okay. Oh, wow. I mean, what can't she do? Like, that's the true question. There's something about it that, I mean, it really reminds me of like the early 2000s punk rock era. I love the contrast between the chorus and the verses, where we have much more of a synth or based production in the verses, and then we get to like this more traditional rock sound in the chorus, and her voice can do things, man. That's crazy. I wouldn't say twisted as much as like she sounds so torn. There's a feeling it's not twisted, it's literally torn apart. Like it speaks to the pain of it, but also the aching, obviously, but it speaks to the idea of ripping apart this perfect image. There's something that's dirty about it. Yeah, furious. I 100% agree with that. That is sick. And I mean, it doesn't all 100% match the sound of the other two tracks, but it still feels in the same realm of that aggressivity, I would say. That anger, but also that passion, that blood rushing feeling in multiple ways. So I like it. I really like it. I wonder if we're gonna get more tracks like that on the album. Anyway, so that brings us to the next one, Vanish Into You.
Saw your face and mine in a picture by our
Ooh.
bedside. It was cold in the summertime. High on a
Oh my god.
you come to lovers regret their time. Once in a blue moon, I forget you. And
Okay.
once in your life, you'll be mine. Do you see me? Do you see me now? I've been waiting for you, crying down. Do you see
Whoa.
me? Do you see me now? Saw your face and mine in a picture by our bedside. It was cold in the summertime. We were happy just to be alive. Can I vanish into you? Can I vanish into you?
Interesting. Okay.
Into the night we fly. Sirens blow by our heads. Do you see me? Do you see me now? I've been waiting for you, crying out. Do you see me?
That is definitely the synth-based first album that we got to know.
Saw your face and mine in a picture by our bedside. It was cold in the summertime.
Yeah, ABBA, but a little bit of, hear me out, Elton John? A little bit? In the delivery, in the lines, and the singing of it?
Vanish into you.
Woo!
Saw your face and mine in a picture by my bedside. It was cold in the
Wow.
Vanish into you.
I think, from what I understand from the track, this is about a past relationship where obviously there was a simpler time then, and like maybe from the breakup. It's about the high and the low of that past experience, and kind of like, hold on, sorry about that. Nope, sorry about that. I forgot to mute myself when I said sorry. It's almost like it was so good then, but now I'm just crying, and like in the pain of the breakup or the separation, I just want to run back to you, but after it has killed me already, so let me vanish into you as a ghost. I feel like that's my understanding of the song. There might be other references that I'm missing out on. Let me know in the comments if that's the case. But yeah, I really liked it. And it's really, I mean, that's one that's also very reminiscent of her album, The Fame. I feel like there's going to be a lot of throwbacks and a lot, like, there's also elements of art pop that I'm hearing a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have fun kind of feeling that nostalgia. Nostalgia? No, nostalgia. That's a French word, nostalgia. I meant to say nostalgia. Okay, cool. Vanish Into You. Very nice. Now, let's go into the next one, Killah.
Killah.
Whoa. The guitar makes me think Prince. And they're singing too.
Talking some shit with your hand on my ass. I'm a murderer in disguise. Yeah, you wanna be cool, but you're making me mad. Bite my lip, it starts to bleed. Yeah, it tastes so good, but it gotta be bad if I'm gonna get you home. Gonna make the curtains scream, believe that.
Oh, and Bowie, yeah.
The ceiling shake for me. I'ma be a full-time bedroom diva. I'm gonna
Interesting.
make you scream, that's a matter of fact, I'll be a fantasy. I'm a killer. And when you gonna
Whoa.
Killer, 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 killer. I'm a killer. And when you gonna die tonight? Killer, 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 killer. I lighten up my final cigarette. I'll burn a hole right through your eyes. Looking at you like a zombie killer, hungry for a homicide. If I get you alone under your skin and bone, I'ma try you on for size. I'm about to wear you
Interesting.
out like my favorite suit was paralyzed. Gonna make
Ooh, okay.
them scream,
I got something to say after.
gonna make the ceiling shake for me. I'ma be a full-time bedroom diva. I'm gonna make you scream, that's a matter of fact, I'll be a fantasy.
I can already see tie in with the sound of Die With a Smile, definitely.
Killer, 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 killer. I'm a killer. And when you gonna die tonight? Killer, 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 killer.
Ooh, another instrumental break. Okay. Okay, now we're getting the Bowie part. A lot of emphasis on musical production, which I really appreciate on this album. Wow.
Killah.
Wow. Oh my god. This track feels to me like a track about, I mean, we're 10:30 at night Eastern time. I think that's going to be appropriate to talk about. It feels like a song about a hookup. Like it's about that, like, you know what, I'm just gonna prove what I have to prove to myself, that I'm good and I know what I'm doing, but that person seems really dead inside, and there's not gonna be anything else than physicality. So I'm just gonna, nail it, literally, and then call it a night. I'm gonna do what I do, what I know how to do, and then just wrap it up and leave. Yeah, it kind of gives that rebel idea, that nonconformist vibe. Very, very retro in terms of rock sound, like pop rock sound. It's very interesting. It's not necessarily the most up my alley per se, but I really respect it. Like, I love the fact that there was this long of a musical break in it. It pays homage to the inspirations behind the song, and her, as we can clearly link the inspirations. It's kind of this moment to really focus on the musical aspect of the album, which I feel like we've had a little bit, but not as much in the past projects. Definitely not as much as this time around. No, it's a great track, and I'm sure that a lot of people who because I'm seeing amongst the producers, Watt is on it, obviously, which is funny because also that's part of my last name, Watt, Watt. But yeah, very, very rock. I feel like a lot of people who loved her, a little bit of how could I'm trying to think of the projects that she worked on that had a lot more of a rock sound. Did she put out a song with the Rolling Stones? I feel like, anyway, that would tap in the same market from a music business perspective. That would please that audience especially. But very interesting nonetheless. That's a great discovery. I like it. That brings us to the next track, called Zombieboy.
We're about to be up all night, waking up a zombie. So put your paws all over me, you zombie boy, you zombie boy.
What?
See you over there in the back of this party, and your girlfriend isn't here. Yeah, your girlfriend isn't here. Boy inside a cage.
Oh boy, okay.
Tired, like you've been up for days. Like you've been up for days. 'Cause you're an animal, and you're closing in on.
Wait, what track from Art Pop am I thinking of?
Yeah, you're an animal, and it just can't be this way. Oh, I can't see straight, and my hands are tied. I could be a type from your zombie bite. No, I can't see straight, the feeling.
Oh my, okay. Whoa.
Type from your zombie bite. Think you're really sly, like a lion on the hunt for this kitten over here. This kitten over here. Bar is getting dry. And it's staring at the sunrise. But you're thirsty over there. But you're thirsty over there. 'Cause you're an animal, and you're closing in on me. Yeah, you're an animal, and it just can't be this way. Oh, I can't see straight, and my hands are tied. I could be
Wow.
a type from your zombie bite. No, I can't see straight, the feeling's right. I could be a type from your zombie bite. Put your paws all over me, you zombie boy. Put your paws all over me, you zombie boy. I don't want you to stay.
Whoa.
Can't watch you walk away. I think about you
A
in
bridge?
dreams. You're better off a fantasy.
What? Okay, now, okay, there's so many things I want to cover. First of all, Zombieboy, there's a reference to zombie in the previous track, which makes it very cohesive storyline-wise. Second of all, I immediately thought of it, but then I read it on Genius.com, where I'm reading the lyrics off of. It's a very nice nod to Zombieboy that was in her Born This Way music video. This boy who was tattooed from head to toe and who passed away in 2018 after taking his own life. And Zombieboy was actually from the same city where I currently live. Zombieboy was from Montreal. So there's a little bit of a more personal connection to this topic. I think I had seen Zombieboy in person, in real life, maybe once or twice. That being said, yeah, okay, so it's kind of a very nice nod to Zombieboy. And also this very animalistic instinct of physical contact, proximity, that love drunkenness a little bit, that feeling of being kind of preyed on for very physical desires, and it almost like is the alternative perspective to the previous song. Like I don't know, because I'm rereading the lyrics and like, think you're really sly, like a lion on the hunt for this kitten over here. It's almost like the opposite situation where at first you were the one haunting the other person, and now the person's haunting back. Yeah, and I mean, production wise, wow. This is up my alley. This feels retro. This feels nostalgic. There's something about it, mixed influence from Prince and just like the 80s, like disco era as well, a little bit. What a track. I really, really loved it. Once again, a bit of a musical break for this. You can definitely tell she was having a lot of fun recording that one. Wow. Okay. That, I have a feeling, is gonna rank pretty high in my ranking for the album. Okay, which brings us to the next one, LoveDrug. Ooh. Oh, I know this one is gonna be.
River in my eyes, I've got a poem in my throat. I hear the music and it takes me by surprise. Pictures in my mind, they come up faster than they go. Another round open, this one will make me blind. I know this time.
Oh, yep.
I won't escape these thoughts in my head. I need you tonight.
And the vocoder in the back.
Fight the feeling instead. I don't wanna feel, I don't wanna cry, so I'm gonna dance until I feel alright. I just need a dose of the right stuff. I just need a hit of your love drug.
Whoa. Wow. What?
I taste the last words that you spoke to me like wine. My heart is in a bind. If I could bear it on my own, I wouldn't try so hard to numb what's left behind. I know this time I won't escape these thoughts that I
almost reminds me of Perfect Illusion a little bit as well. Oh, it really does. I mean, it is similar to Carly Rae Jepsen, but more rock-ish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That. Oh. Now that is up my alley. That is 100% up my alley. Yeah, sound wise, like production wise, that's exactly what I like. I couldn't like it more. The like concept wise and theme wise, it's a little more straightforward, a little simpler, but I think I mean I like it nonetheless. It doesn't make it less interesting. There's something about it that's the right balance between the nostalgic feel and the melodic feel and the a little bit of sadness and like pain from you know, like sobering up from that addiction to love. Wow. Oh my shit. I mean, it's definitely going to be in the top. I don't know. I feel like this is going to just get better and better and better. Yeah, okay. I don't know what else to say. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next one. How Bad Do You Want Me? Track 9.
The good girl in your dreams is meant your loving me. I know you wish that she was me. How bad do you want me?
Interesting, okay.
You're not the guy that she's, and you're afraid that she might leave. 'Cause if I get too close, she might scream. How bad do you want me?
Oh, okay.
'Cause you like my hair, my ripped up jeans. You like the bad girl I got in me. She's on your mind like all the time, and I've got a tattoo for us last week. Boys, bleed. How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me?
Whoa.
Bad do you want me? 'Cause you hate the crash, but you love the rush, and I'll make your heart weak every time you hear my name. 'Cause she's in your brain, and I'm here to kiss you in your lane. About to cause a scene. How bad do you want me?
Wow.
You panic in your sleep, and you feel like such a creep. 'Cause with your eyes closed, you might peek. So hot that you can't speak. You're so fucked up with your crew.
Oh.
But when you're all alone, it's true. You know exactly what we
Oh, I see it. I definitely see it.
do you want to?
Yeah, a little bit of like the Taylor Swift synth pop, like 1999 era. Same inspirations, definitely.
Hair, my ripped up jeans. You like the bad girl I got in me. She's on your mind like all the time, and I've got a tattoo for us last week. Even good boys bleed. How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? How bad do you want me? 'Cause you hate the crash, but you love the rush, and I'll make your heart weak every time.
It's almost like that desperation of like, hey, like here's a thing, and here's a thing, and here's a thing, and now look at what you're making me look like and making me feel. Almost like the pre-argument they're about to have. You know how she brought out the guitar for Joanne in that era? I wonder if she's going to bring out the electric guitar for this era. Because a lot of, like, I'm listening to this and obviously it's amazing. And I think the story, like, the lyrics are pretty straightforward. So there's no major need to, like, decode things specifically. But what I can help myself think of is how these are tracks that are a little less, like, I mean, there could be choreography, but they're a little less leaning towards the typical track that you would imagine go with a full-on dance choreography. And these are the types of songs that you kind of, you know, you're in front of the mic, you're with the guitar, and you sing your heart out, and you focus on the music and the vocal delivery of it. So I wonder if she's going to pull out the electric guitar for this, because that would be sick to watch. But yeah, no, it's a great track. I really like it. There's a desperation in it of like I'm looking like a fool because of you. Like what? Just be honest with me. Just tell me how it is. And almost like that, hoping that they're gonna say like, I want you, and kind of flip that 180 in terms of situation. But yeah, anyway, and production wise, I think it works really, really well, because the other thing as well as I was thinking is, you just look at the brand of this album and the design and the cover, and I was looking at it and it was like, from a just artistic perspective, it's a little simpler than a lot of the other projects that we've had, right? So when we look at Born This Way, it was her face on a motorcycle, and when we look at Chromatica, it was like this complex design and graphic. Art Pop was also very eclectic. Joanne was simpler, obviously more straightforward, and trying to think, The Fame was her debut album, so that's a little more like, it could have been much more dramatic, but that might have been more of a budget constraint. Anyway, but when I look at Mayhem, the album covers seem to be a little simple for the complexity of the singles that we got, and the depthness and the how can I say it, the artistry that we got, like how the intensity of it specifically. But then when I'm listening to tracks like these, which remind me of the 80s, and the 80s had more of a simple, like, straightforward, kind of blunt type of approach, I guess, when it came to at least rock music. And so now that album style makes sense. It's I mean, obviously, besides the obvious, which is the broken mirror representing that kind of pain, the thrashing of the feelings that you have inside you and how chaotic it can be. You add to that the factor that, yeah, in the rock sound, the rock realm, it's messy, it's chaotic, it's brash, but it represents intensity, and this is exactly what we're getting in this album. We're getting intense feelings, almost like primitive feelings, if you will. So, anyway, that just makes a lot of sense now. Next track rather. Oh yeah, and like those mirror fragments reflecting different parts of yourself. I agree, 100%. That's a very nice way to interpret the album cover. Don't Call Tonight. Let's go. Whoa.
Don't call the night, don't call the night, don't call the night. I can't believe all the things that you said.
Wait, that sounded. It reminded me of something. Ooh.
Stars are descending, the street signs go by. A lonely bride, I need to cry to feel alive.
It reminds me of Alejandro. That's what it is.
You pull me close and knock me
Okay,
down.
hold on.
I beg to come back around. I'm so addicted to your lies. Oh, and in the mirror I get weak as the ghost.
Oh, a reference to a mirror.
They're your eyes, they're your eyes. Don't call the night unless you wanna hurt me. Don't
Whoa.
call the night, it's not because you care. Don't call the night, tomorrow you'll desert me. I can hear everything you're saying from here.
Wow.
Don't call the night, don't call the night. Saturday morning, my head is on fire.
A lot of like great pre-choruses we've heard so far in the album that really build the tension, and then whoa. Ooh. I mean, the amount of times I've personally done that in my car while driving, guilty. Ooh, I can see it. That funk, yeah. But it has a very strong like disco influence. Oh, I love the melodies on this album and last few tracks we've had. Wow. I did want to mention before I forgot, because I wanted to mention it before, but it's slipped out of my mind. Zombieboy is a great Halloween anthem. I was thinking about it because I was like, the zombie aspect, it kind of flashed back in my brain. But yeah, no, this track is so... I mean, I love the melody and I love the production. And I mean, the feeling's a little too real, if you ask me. Like, I can relate a little too much, and that's not great. But besides that, no, it's a fantastic track. I love it. It reminds me of, you know, the 80s with a bit of funk and that soul and the disco, mixed with the rock influences, the very strong guitar presence. Love it. Love it. There are so many tracks that I think she nailed it. She really nailed it so far in the album. I'm assuming it's going to be consistent, and we're going to get through that the rest of the album with that consistency. But wow, yeah, I don't know what else to add to this, to the track. I mean, once again, I think that with all of Lady Gaga's projects, the lyricism. Although we've had tracks that are a little more complex, and I'm thinking like, for example, Chromatica, that had a lot more like psychology and like deeper meaning, in the sense of like more than just love. It was about self-reflection and a lot more of the self, the introspection of self. Whereas this project, similar to many of her other projects, has more to do with love, and so the themes are a little more straightforward. But what really takes the cake here is the production. It really shows that she spent a lot of time on meticulously putting together the sonic elements of this album, and that's my biggest takeaway from this project so far. Okay, that said, let's go to Shadow of a Man. Oh my god, I can already tell I'm gonna love that one too. This melody sounds a lot like Daft Punk. A lot. Hey. You're kidding. You're kidding. Wow. You know what? I don't know who you're referring to with Lady Jackson, if it's like Janet Jackson, but this reminds me of Michael Jackson a little bit. I wonder who that man is. Is like an ex-lover, maybe? Industry professionals that take too much space? And a terrible ex-manager, potentially? I don't know. Who is that man? Ah, okay. So many 80s influences and like early 90s as well. Wow. Wow. That is incredible. Once again, really up my alley. I'm thoroughly happy with the tracks that we've been getting. All that I have to ask is, who the hell is that man? I'm trying to go through the lyrics and see if there's any indication of who that might be, but well, there is a bridge saying, and a woman can't lose, but you still pretend, because I won't be used for my love, and left out to cry. So I guess we're leading more to a love situation again, but maybe an ex that didn't give her the space that she wanted, or he was taken away from her spotlight. Jealousy involved, potentially, maybe. Anyway, wow, what a track. Okay, next one, The Beast. What?
Touch your face, 'cause I see panic. Who ring the alarm? I see you shivering, your eyes afraid, your soul is gone. You're out of breath, tick tock, you're almost out of time. Yeah, yeah. Because at midnight there's a change in you that I have heard. You've kept this secret for so long, you whisper and it burns. You're out of breath, tick tock, you're almost out of time. Yeah, yeah. You can't help who you are. 11:59. Your heart's racing, you're growling, and we both know why.
Okay, but why? Why?
Yeah, we both know why. Turn on the music, turn off the lights.
Ooh. That could have two different meanings. It's either I want to feel the beast inside you, or I want to feel the beast inside.
Last week you left somebody dead, it's so misunderstood. You got your hands a little red, tick tock, you're out of time. Oh yeah. You can't act who
Huh. I wonder if that was like the only thing she was holding on to in the next relationship because of it, maybe? Or could it be about the current relationship and just like allowing him to unleash? Wow. That is really a vocal moment, if anything. Whoa. Okay. I mean, is it my favorite track of the album? Probably not. Because we have a lot, and I mean a lot of strong contenders on the album so far. This is almost like it's a mid-tempo, almost. It's not quite a ballad, but like it's definitely slower than everything else we've had so far in the album. I can't help myself but think it's like there's the perks and the percussions in the track remind me of like the cheap karaoke versions of songs that like an older singer would sing in an Italian restaurant. Anyway, that I'm pulling this from memory that I've lived when I was younger. Just using the yeah, kind of the 80s karaoke track of the greatest hits. So there's something about it. I think it's like just a personal bias as to why I'm not drawn to that percussion. But otherwise, like, I mean, the whole theme of it obviously is to kind of to give permission for the other person to be their true selves in a moment of vulnerability and sexual tension. I'm not sure who that was about, like past or present. But yeah, I mean, it still fits within the realm of the album. Absolutely. So it's not a track that I would take out in any means. All right, now that leads us into Blade of Grass.
Lovers kiss in a garden made of
Okay, so we're getting to now a real ballad, I guess, after the mid-tempo.
traces of lonely words, illusions torn. You said, how does a man like me love a woman like you? I said, hold me until I die and I'll make you brand new. Come on and wrap that blade of grass around my finger like a cast. 'Cause even
Oh.
though the church burned down, I'll be your queen without a crown. I've been
Oh.
lonely in this field, but in a battle with no shield. Come on and wrap that blade of grass and we'll make it last.
Yeah, Blade of Grass, like the long grass that you tie up with like a wedding ring. It's about engagement. So that's the current relationship, I would think, because she announced it, or we saw a ring on her finger that led us to suspect that she's engaged?
You said, how does a man like me love a woman like you? I said, hold me until I die and I'll make you brand new. Come on and wrap that blade of grass around my finger like a cast. 'Cause even though the church burned down, I'll be your queen without a crowd. I've been so
It almost has
this field,
I want to say like a Queen-esque type of melody, a little bit.
come on and
It's especially this part.
blade of grass, and we'll make it last.
Well, maybe the blade of grass line before. It's the way that the lines interconnect melodically speaking.
And we'll make it last. I'll give you something. Yeah, it's no diamond ring. The air that I'm breathing forever's not enough. Our song we'll both sing. Yeah,
Which is interesting because they collaborated together on some of the writing of the album.
yeah, it's not the same thing. Forever's not enough.
Oh.
Come on and wrap that blade of grass around my finger like a cast. 'Cause even though
Yeah, Nirvana, but also a little bit of like I'm thinking of like Every Rose Has Its Thorns by I forgot who I forgot the name of the band. Poison maybe? Yeah, Poison. Wow, I'm surprised that I got that right. Wow. Interesting. We're kind of getting a storyline where almost like I want to say okay, so I want to say that basically the first tracks from like track 1 all the way through to track 9 feels like this might be about a past relationship where it was like, hey, I'm obsessing and it's toxic and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it work, and kind of like creating this vision that's a little too perfect in her mind and going after something that doesn't work. And then there is a little bit of that like deviance, I would say, maybe in the middle of it, where it's like after breaking up, after the arguments and the fights and things that don't work out the same way, she went on to like maybe hooking up or having other flings or situationships. And then in the second half of the album, starting from Shadow of a Man, which now that I'm thinking about it, Shadow of a Man could be like, hey, I get to know you and I feel like I'm constantly living under your shadow because I'm constantly thinking of you. I think that could be the meaning of like, I'm living in the shadow of my thoughts of this impression that I got of you. And so I'm mesmerized and I can't get it out of my brain. And I feel like everything I do, I think of you while I'm doing it, which is that like all consuming type of love. And then the beast is not only the sexual liberation, I would say maybe between them two, but also the, hey, like feel free to become that ultimate lover for me. Like let go of the chains and the expectations and just fully commit yourself. And then Blades of Grass, obviously that commitment. And we close out the album with Die With A Smile, which I already reacted to. But it's, I think that was some of the edited reactions back when that came out. But yeah, and then we have that beautiful ending of like I Want to Die with a Smile. And sound wise, it also matches the second half of the album, so now it makes a lot of sense in my brain. Anyway, I'm talking a lot, I know.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party
Yeah, that makes sense.
and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and
I kind of forgot I was not streaming for a second, so here's your snippet of me singing for the night. I have no idea if that sounded right anyway, because I couldn't hear myself.
lost in the words that we scream. I don't even wanna do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and our love's the only war worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you, right next to you, next to you,
Yeah, oh my god.
right next
And then?
to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die.
I really got lost in the track like at this point. I'm just listening.
If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next to you.
It's really interesting because when I think about it, like technically Die with a Smile it is the first single of this era and of this project. Although sonically speaking, between going from Die with a Smile to Disease, there's such a massive contrast sonically. And even when compared to the rest of the album, there's a lot of 80s influences on this album, either from the rock side or from the synthwave side. And this track feels more like a 70s track. So I think having it as a last track is probably the most logical decision. Not considering the theme of it, just purely sonically speaking, because it does stand out more from the other tracks of the album. Now, obviously, theme-wise, it's very coherent. I think it wraps up this like storyline that we got throughout the album, which makes a lot of sense. It's still a great song. Good for her and Bruno for all the success that they've been having with that music or that song. Amazing. So well deserved. Fantastic. And such a great track. It's a beautiful track. Once again, it reminds me a little bit of what she did with Stars Born. It seems not like the singles that Ali had in the storyline that were more pop oriented, but what she did in terms of before she turned that way. There's, I don't remember the title of the song, but there's a part where there's a voice in my head. Fuck, what is the song? I forgot the title of it. Let me hold on. Let me pull it up. Look what I found. It's like sort of like that vibe a little bit, like more like 70s, late 60s, 70s. A little more stripped down, a little more organic. Die with a Smile feels that way. And so, anyway, that was a great product, a great project. Hello, Lexify. What's good? Well, we just wrapped up Lady Gaga's album. As a matter of fact, we kind of wrapped up all the projects tonight. So you're kind of coming in at a timing here. But I was about to say my closing remarks for the album. I think, yeah, just Mayhem by Lady Gaga. Amazing project. Sonically, definitely dominated. Like the production of it, the inspirations from it, the coherence of it, stunning. Lyrical content wise, pretty on par with what I'm used to getting from Lady Gaga. I love the themes. I think it was a little more in sequence in terms of like the tracks that we got throughout the album. I really feel like the work was more meticulous when it came to putting the tracks together for this project, and really was thought through, which I truly appreciate, because I think it's an underrated mechanism within album building. Like a lot of people like to just, I mean, to me, that kind of outlines the difference between a mixtape and an album. A mixtape is like when you put random songs together on the same project just to put out a bunch of music. And then an album is supposed to be coherent. It's supposed to tell a story, a narrative. And like Beyonce was probably the one who said it best, which was, we don't consume albums anymore. We consume quick singles that kind of run through for commercial success. But she likes to make a body of work. And I think that's such an important mentality in the art of making music and making albums. It's gotta speak to a storyline, and that's after she went on to like releasing amazing concept albums. Anyway, all this to say that like I really like that storyline that we got. Like I said, I mean, a lot of if you've watched the whole video and you made it this far, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you probably I'm becoming redundant at a certain point in time, but yeah, that was a beautiful experience. I honestly, shall I say that it is her best album so far? Potentially. I mean, it's definitely the first album that I react to on my channel, but I've been like, I've seen Gaga live. I went to her like one of her concerts at least. I don't know. It's sick. It's a great album, which I now realize how funny it is because it's a pun on disease. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Well, yeah, I definitely did.